Hi, today we're going to look at how you do effective staff photos on a website, and how you do it is not the way you've been taught, and I'm going to show you a way that actually works, because the goal of a staff page of a website is to build rapport with people by showing people that you are warm, you are on their side, you are real people. And most organizations try and get this professional background, everyone wearing the same shirt, and they do all these fancy things and they convey no warmth. It looks neat and tidy but doesn't look warm. So if you have a look at these here, for example, these are good staff photos for an organization. You've got their first name. If they've got a nickname, that's just fantastic. So Roseanne goes by the name Rusty, and you've got Selena. So you've got their names. You've got a quote that each one of them could say, the sort of thing that they would say. Now, if you don't have a direct quote from them, just work out, well, what's something that they would say that they'd be happy to put their name to, okay? And then the last thing is you want to, I'll just zoom in a bit, is you want to actually give some nitty-gritty details of what they do well. Okay, what's their specialty? Every staff member does something really well. What do they do well? And your purpose isn't to show what tasks they do, it's to show the heart that they serve with. Okay, sort of like you're saying there. So those photos are some things that can really slow down a website build, because people are so intent on getting just the right photos. Each of these photos looks like they were taken on someone's mobile phone. And to be honest, they probably were. And these photos would have been probably cropped from another photo. Like, they're not special. You see the lighting here is not perfect. You can see that it was taken during the day, it's taken indoors, but there's a bit of a shadow behind her. There's a bit of shadow over Rusty's face, over Roseanne's face as well. And also their clothes don't match. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you convey warmth. It can't look blurry and terrible, but this looks real. And as someone who was looking for services, you'll trust stuff like this, okay? So let's look at what's the nitty-gritty of how we do that. The nitty-gritty is that keep in mind the whole time your goal is to be warm, friendly, not perfect, not professional. Don't talk like a bank. Don't talk like Centrelink. Talk like a human, okay? So for each staff member, if you're not sure, if you haven't done this before, get 1 or 2 or 3 photos. Is it portrait? Is it landscape? Who cares? Just get photos. We'll crop it. We'll make it easy for you. Okay, ideal would be portrait, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, then we need a quote. Remember, it's something they're likely to say. It doesn't have to be word for word. It's just something that they'd be likely to say. And if they're in the office with you, you can run it past them. But if they're not, as long as you know they wouldn't have an issue with it, and as long as they've given permission for you to go ahead and do this, then, you know, I don't see any reason not to. So don't mind me not using capital letters. So a couple of photos is good, because if you send us just one photo that you think is so good, I'll bet it'll come to a super professional and it will look out of place with the others that are more casual. Okay, so you want casual. Permission's important. You can't just put people on your website without permission. Obviously, if they work for you, it's in their interest that they do this. So you need to point out to them that it's in their interest. You want them to know that them being on the website means people will have already established in their mind that they're trustworthy before they even talk to them. Saves them a lot of rapport building. And then after they say yes, no worries at all, just pop it in a 1-line email, just confirming you're all good for us to pop you on the website, and let them say yes. That way you've got a document that, you know, they've said yes. So that's pretty helpful. Keep it simple, make it fun, and here's your end result. It's nothing that the Commonwealth Bank would put up. It's not something you'd see on a government website. This is something you'd see from people who have heart, and people who are out to convey the truth of who they are and not faking who they are. Like, I look at that photo there of Martin. That's a polo shirt. Okay, this is a guy who's got a high level of responsibility. He's wearing a polo shirt. Now, I'm not saying a CEO should be wearing a polo shirt, but I am saying that, you know, if someone's middle management or one of the straight out workers, a polo shirt's great. Okay, keep it simple. You don't want people who've gone to too much effort. Obviously, Rusty's gone to a bit of effort for that photo, but because of the background sort of informal, you can get away with it. Okay, so have fun with this. It should be something that creates a bit of team pride as well. So well done, everyone.